I sit on the fence with this because I've got people on both ends that I respect in the highest regard. Some saying you need core training and some saying you don't. I personally don't provide core training for myself and most of my top level athletes, unless of course my athletes that I'm working with specifically ask to do core training. Okay, so this is an interesting one. This is moving towards training morale. When a client that you're working with wants to train a certain way, you have to factor in the exercises that they request. Is it going to be detrimental to their performance? So if I'm working with someone that says, I want to add core work in my training, okay, I'd say, okay, great. It's not going to be detrimental to your performance. This is how I would do it, okay? My preference in core work is holds, so isometric contractions, anti-rotation exercises, okay? So things like a Palov press. Are you familiar with that exercise?
Yeah.
A Palov press, so this is where the core's function is to stabilize the trunk, okay? And it's putting transverse forces through the trunk. Suitcase carries, suitcase lifts, renegade rows, and planks. This is my preference in core training if I was to include it for any of my athletes, okay? And the reason why I've turned to this is because a lot of the research has a lot of limitations. One of the biggest limitations in the research that's available is who we are performing these studies on. So when you hear about, 8-week studies on muscle hypertrophy or 12-week studies, the fact is, how much muscle can we build in that short period of time? Okay, and the answer is not much.